Welcome to the Bennie Barre Pilates studio. This is the first of my Restorative Springboard Pilates classes. What I hope will be a relaxing moment for movement that feels more like meditation in motion, utilizing the springboard. In these classes, we will absolutely be engaging the muscles and feeling all of that, but we'll be focusing really heavily on slow movement and tying and connecting and pacing our movement with our breath. Restorative Springboard will absolutely give you that smooth, feel-good movement that should be appropriate for all levels of experience, for those that are recovering from injuries, or for those that are simply recovering from more difficult workouts and feeling that muscle strain from the week of workouts to give you a place to recover and relax into and restore. So without further ado, let's come to our springboards. We're going to begin with our rollback bar on, and we'll be at a level 8 on our springboard with our longer leg springs. Beginning with a rollback series, hands to the springboard, making sure we're not bending through the wrists or through the arms, but they're straight without a break at the wrist. From here, we're going to exhale as we curve back through the spine in a C curve, and inhale as we lift up tall, stacking through the spine. Exhale as we curve back, and inhale, stacking up through the spine, one vertebrae at a time. Exhale, curving back. Our back doesn't really lie down onto our mat here, but we just curve back slightly and hold that engagement in the core, and then stack up tall. As you lift up tall, lift the top of your head towards the ceiling, thinking about growing through the crown of your head. Exhale as you come back, and inhale, lift up and grow tall. Think here about smoothness of your movement and elongating through the breath and tying that breath into your movement here, letting the breath fuel and direct. From here, little change. We're going to exhale as we round back through the spine. Inhale, we'll maintain the C curve and reach forward towards our springboard. On the exhalation, we'll roll right back to that round back, and then inhale, stack the spine up straight and tall. Exhale, round back. Inhale, reach forward over the legs towards the springboard. Exhale, round back. And inhale, lifting up tall. So we C curve through the spine as we round back. We maintain that C curve as we reach forward, and then roll right back, holding that C curve, and finally elongate and stack up tall through the spine. Keeping your breath tied to the movement and stay really focused on the breath. Exhale, round back. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale, round back. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Keep breathing, keep flowing, set your pace with your breath. There is no rush here for you. There's nothing you need to hurry through, nothing else that you need to be doing. These moments in your day are for movement, relaxation, and connection to your body. Be here very presently in the moment, flowing and adjusting from one movement to the other. From here, we're going to bring our right hand to the center of the rollback bar. Left hand is going to lift and hover above your rollback bar. And then we're going to exhale, C-curve through the spine and reach the arm out. It may come fully extended, it may stop shorter. Then lift the hand tall up to the sky. Return to this rollback bar. Roll back, reaching the arm out. Return and lift up tall. C-curving back as we sweep to the side and work through those obliques, and then lifting tall and high to the ceiling. We're thinking about adding twisting into the spine, nourishing through the spine, and working the abdominal muscles and coming into the side body, into the obliques. Exhale, reaching back. And inhale as you lift up and tall. Use that hand to guide you. Follow the gaze along with the hand. And as your hand lifts to the ceiling and lifts up through the shoulder, allow your head to rise and lift and your spine to straighten. Connect that breath to the movement with the exhale on the exertion. Now left hand comes to the center of the rollback bar and right hand hovers above. Exhale as you reach out to the side. Inhale, lift. Exhale, sweep out to the side. Inhale, lift, arm coming up tall. You may find that one side of the body feels different than the other. One side may be more challenging, one side easier. Listen to this in the body and observe with patience and make the necessary adjustments. If you feel that you are struggling in particular on one side over the other, perhaps add additional repetitions on that side to further strengthen. You can see here that my arm is sweeping out tall, beyond my shoulder, beyond my head, but it's not necessary to come the whole way out. Perhaps for balance, you're not sweeping quite as far. Hand back to the rollback bar and release it forward to your springboard. From here, I'm going to take my long springs and I'm going to move them up higher on my board to get them out of the way here as I come and focus on my shorter springs. Here I'm using the short springs and I'm at a level 4 on my springboard with the hand strap attached. Now I'm going to come supine on my back with my head towards the springboard. As I go ahead and reach for those straps, my feet are parallel, facing forward, feet on the floor, knees up towards the ceiling. Holding the hand straps, I'm going to press down towards my mat and lift back up until I lose that point of resistance from the springs. I'm going to make sure here to maintain a neutral spine. You don't want to be lifting or feeling air through the spine. Hold your pelvis steady, and having your feet placed on the mat should make this easier. If you find this too challenging with the short springs, consider placing your longer springs here for less resistance. You could also lower your springs down a level or two so there's less to pull away from the board. You want to feel working here, but it also should feel good and comfortable without any discomfort to the back. Exhaling as we press down towards the mat. From here, we're going to float one leg up into tabletop at a time, and we're going to take the arms in circles, coming inside towards the legs, opening out to the outside. Right here, I'm not focusing on pressing my hands the whole way down towards the mat. I'm just finding a place of tension in the springs and circling here. Make sure not to lock out your elbows. And here we're taking a steady flow of breath, inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the mouth. And now we're taking to the outside. Make sure that that breath stays steady, and it need not tie into the motion unless while you're pressing down and around, you want to exhale and then inhale as you rise up. Don't be too concerned with how far you're pressing down, but just rotating through even circles here. Now taking the feet down towards the mat, we're going to slide the legs out long onto the mat. And from here, we're going to turn the palms facing each other, and we're going to open the arms, pressing the spring down toward the mat. So for quite some time, we don't have any resistance from the springs. And then we return back up, and as we near the ground, we feel some resistance that we press into. We're going to focus on keeping the chest nice and open as we press down and return. Exhale as you press, and inhale, bringing the arms back together. Exhale as you open, opening through the chest, opening through the heart, being sure not to sway through the spine or lift anything, holding the spine in a neutral position and just opening up. You may find that if you're tight at the shoulders that you don't go down towards the floor quite so much. Now turning the palms to face towards the body. We're going to lift the arms where there's no resistance, reaching towards your springboard, and then exhale as you press, not very far, just a little. Inhale, lift up towards the springboard, and exhale, press down to that place that you can feel some resistance, but still the arms stay hovered above your body without pressing down towards the mat. We're just inhaling, feeling that resistance go away. Exhale as we feel that little resistance as we're pressing down slightly and lifting back up. Exhale, lightly press. Inhale, return. All the while maintaining a neutral spine and relaxed through the body. Keep the breath continuous and moving, and try not to let the mind wander too far beyond the movement and the breath. Stay very present here. Releasing those arm springs right here. Place the hands down towards the mat. Now leaving those shorter straps where they are, take your long straps from the top of the board and clip on to a level 5, one above where your hand straps were. Remove the rollback bar and attach your foot straps if they differ from those of your hand straps. We're going to be working through the legs here, mostly inside leg. I'm going to be using a yoga block that I turn longwise and place my head against to help me keep my head in line with my spine. If you don't have a block, you can simply prop your hand underneath your head. Coming down to the left side, lengthening the legs out. We're going to make sure that the hips stay stacked over hip. We don't want to rock back or forward. We want to balance here and lift through the side body. Place the spring that's in front of you on your top leg. Flexing through that top working leg, flexing through the foot, we'll inhale, lift, and exhale, pull the foot back towards your other foot on the mat. Inhale, lift, and exhale, squeeze down. Feeling that flow of the body. Your top hand can be placing into the mat to help you with balance here. Keep that foot flexed as you're lifting, stretching, and then squeezing, utilizing the muscles to return the leg. Now the foot is going to come at hip level and point through the toe. We're going to slide the leg forward over our resting leg and back slightly beyond the resting leg. This movement isn't large, and we're going to keep a natural flow of breath, inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the mouth, coming just beyond the resting leg to the front and just beyond the back. We're not coming up to hip level. We're not shifting through the pelvis. We're controlling it in this small range of motion. Think about sliding the leg forward and back. Now stopping with the leg, the foot at hip level, we're going to go into small circles. Circling now forward, down, around, and back. Breathing steadily, inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the mouth, and reverse direction. Now taking these small controlled circles to the back. Think about your toe tracing a circle in the air. Small circles, stable, control. From here, we're going to bend the knee forward towards the chest. It's staying in line with the hip, and then we'll extend the leg right back to where it came. Exhale, squeezing in. Inhale, releasing. Exhale, pulling in with control. Inhale, releasing, where it just rests over top of the leg. Right here, our foot is at hip level. When we return and hold that position, think about stability through the body. The only thing moving is that working leg that's in the spring. Grace and control is our focus and our aim. Now we're going to take the knee up towards the ceiling, grab onto the foot strap, and try to straighten the leg. It's perfectly fine if you can't straighten the leg the whole way. Stretch to whatever level is possible for you. Perhaps you need a deeper stretch and you can reach up and grab onto the foot rather than holding onto the spring or the foot strap. And stretch and breathe here. Try to relax through your breath. Bend the leg and remove the strap. It's now time to come to the other side. Placing the strap that's in front of you on the springboard onto your top leg, you should be working the opposite side leg now. Flex through that working leg foot. We're going to lift and lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, squeeze back down. Remembering to keep the hip stacked over top of hip, not letting it rock forward or back. And if you struggle to feel that, having a mirror nearby may be very useful to check your posture and alignment. Inhale, lift. Exhale, squeeze the leg back in. Now taking the foot about hip level here, point through the toe and sweep the leg forward and back. Just barely coming in front of the resting leg and then coming behind. Small range of motion, great deal of control. Just imagine sliding that leg forward and back. And now bringing that leg over top of your resting leg, going into those tiny controlled circles. Remember that the working leg, we are pointing actively through the toe now. We flex through the first exercise and then we point through the rest. Circling forward, small and controlled, reverse direction, and circle to the back. Try to focus on stabilizing the hips and drawing tiny controlled circles with your toe in the air. Good. Now drawing the knee in towards the chest, press and reach back out from where you came. Drawing in and extending out. Concentrate on keeping your breathing smooth, and your movement will follow with a certain smoothness to it. This is all about grace and functional movement that will leave you feeling longer, stronger, and hopefully restored. We all need to take some time in our life to reset. Now turning the knee up towards the sky, reach up and grab that foot strap and pull the leg straight and stretch it in towards the springboard. If you need a deeper stretch, reach out and grab onto the foot and hold and breathe here. Make sure that it's nice, deep, relaxing breath and allow yourself to settle into that stretch. Now removing the foot strap, We're now going to take both feet in straps, move the yoga block off to the side, and roll over onto the back. Now we'll be taking the correct side spring onto each foot. And we're going to end with a great exercise and stretch called the stag. Reaching both legs out long towards a 45-degree angle, we're going to take the one leg and bend the knee as the other leg stretches out to the side. One leg bends in off to the side and the other reaches out. Now press both legs back towards 45 degrees and do the same on the other side. One leg pushes straight, the other one returns. Your one leg that sweeps out to the side, it's almost like doing a single leg opening, and then we bend off and stretch in the opposite direction. Take a nice flow here, one side to the other, and trying to come back straight and long together. Focus on reaching those toes across the room. I often feel in this stretch like a superhero flying through the air. It feels dramatic and beautiful to me. It is a nice balance. Just a continual flow of breath here. It's just fine. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the mouth. Making sure not to hold the breath, but to always use and be connected to the breath. Now bending the legs in, we'll place the hands to the knees and just hold them close to the body, breathing deeply, relaxing. Now letting the knees drift open to the side while our feet are still suspended by the springs, and just hanging on to the knees here. And breathing right here as we open up through the pelvis. Bringing the knees back together. We're going to take the left leg out long, press down towards the floor as we pull the right leg into the body. Striving for the extended leg to be as straight as possible and reaching across the room. And switch to the other side. Left knee in towards the body, pulling in with the hands. And right leg reaching out long, hovering off the mat. Drawing both knees in here. Go ahead and gently remove the straps. Lengthen the legs out long and the arms as well. And now we're just going to draw one knee in, marching up towards a tabletop position. Lifting one knee and stretching back out. Feeling those muscles working without being connected to the springs. Thinking about long, graceful limbs, long, graceful muscles. Now taking the arms up, palms facing each other, we're going to open up those hands towards the floor. And again, thinking about maintaining that neutral spine, that nice open chest, and allow the hands to open up as far as they can. And just breathing deeply into this without any springs or weight pressing against. Just gentle movement. Hands coming together, we're going to reach towards the springboard and then lower the arms down towards the mat. Reaching up, fingertips touch the springboard and coming back down. Maintaining that neutral spine, feel the long length of your body and relax into this while we're working through the rotation of the shoulder. From here, turn the palms up towards the sky. Lower the hands down towards the mat. And as you keep your palms open and facing up, think about receptiveness, being open and willing to receive. Breathing deeply. I'd like to thank you for joining me today. Lift the arms up, roll up through the spine, reach forward, stacking up tall. Thank you for being with me on the springboard. I hope that you found this session to be restorative and healing for you. I'd like to invite you to check out my channel here on YouTube. If you're not already subscribed, consider doing so if you're liking the content. You can join me here for more Springboard Pilates, Mat Pilates, and Barre, and connect with me. Let me know what content you're liking, what you're wanting to see more of. If you're interested in practicing Springboard Pilates with me more, you can join me on my Patreon account. All that information is in the write-up below. There I have tiers such as Mat Pilates, Barre, Springboard Pilates, and everything Bennie Barre. In my Springboard tier, we have weekly Springboard classes. These classes range from full 60-minute sessions to 30 or 45-minute sessions and shorter classes, perhaps 5 to 10 minutes focusing on a particular area of the body. On my Patreon account, you can have access to the full online Bennie Barre Pilates studio, and you're able to choose whatever class you'd like. You could do a springboard class every single day. And of course, now we'll be adding in these restorative Pilates springboard classes. So if you'd like to see more, please come and join me. And here are some other videos that you might like. A feel-good Mat Pilates class, and this springboard lesson focusing on feet in straps. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I'll see you guys next time in the studio.